In today's session, we'll be talking about how to create paper sketches. So, in the previous task and the sessions, we have discussed the creation of user flow diagram and listing out the different core screens from that. So, now we have understood the listed out the different core screens. Next, what we are going to do is create a mind map based on that core screens. So, you can use FigJam or any tool to create the mind map. So I just created in FigJam and I have pasted that here in Figma. Now, if you see here, in the user flow diagram I created for the workflow builder, uh, home screen was there, workflow screen was there, workflow module was there. Within that workflow builder, the flows that I might be creating will be shown, those things. Then the workflow templates, those kind of things. Within the workflow builder screen, we have the visual canvas. These are not individual screens. These can be considered as some of the core sections within that screen itself. So it shouldn't always be the screens that you are writing. It can also be the sections within that screen as well. So if you feel like that section involves a lot of details and it's something core, then you can consider adding it to the mind map. Mind map is almost similar to information architecture. So here in this app, we have the different screens that will be coming. What I'm expecting is home screen, workflow module, home module, settings module. Within that, we have the workflow builder module, created workflows, workflow templates. So here we are considering this as modules instead of screens because we just want to make modularized things. In case of information architecture, we typically consider them as screens, but here we are considering them as different modules that will be coming. Now, uh, we have created the mind map. Now we have to choose a core screen. So core screen we are choosing. These are all core screens, but we need to choose one as a core screen to create the paper sketches. So here we can see home is a core screen, workflow builder is a core screen, settings is a core screen, this or a core screen. This is again this AI chat builder is again a different module that requires individual attention because that is a more detailed and complex things. So here I have chosen workflow builder as the core screen, which I want to try different layouts for. Now the parameters which I used to choose this is one is if this is a unique screen, like we know home screen, every product has a home screen and almost the layout will be same for that home screen, and most of the products have setting screen, so that is also template screen. We don't have any much innovation that we need to do there compared to the core other core screens that will be coming in them. These are like screens or modules unique to this product. Settings is a module or a screen that will be there in most of the products. So this I felt will be unique. So this that was one of the reason. Then uh, a screen where the core tasks take place. So we know this example I have taken is for workflow builder. So that is the core thing I am trying to solve in this project. So I have focused on a screen that focuses on my solution. Then a screen which is not derived or dependent on other screens in the app. We know that setting screens depend on how we have built the product, right? Then home screen will also be having details of other sections within the screen. If we have looked into some products, the home screen will be having the different sections within the product, different pages within the product, different features within the product. So this home screen is a derived screen. Like it is dependent on what all features are coming or screens which are coming in the product. But if we look into workflow builder module is itself a feature which is not dependent on anything. Um, Created workflows again, this feature, this screen will depend on the workflow builder, and workflow templates again is dependent on the workflow builder. Because templates, if you want to have templates first, you should be having a builder. So taking considering all those things, a workflow builder is most unique, the core task which I have want to solve, and it is the most independent screen or module which we can choose. So here I have chosen workflow builder screen to first work on creating the core screens. Later on, I will be working on creating the core screens for these things later. So workflow builder module or the screen is chosen. Now we have to start paper sketching different layouts. So this is how the different paper sketches look like. So how to start doing this? We can first, if you have any idea of the screen from the research or your understanding or your knowledge, you can simply start sketching out different layouts. Like the details will be very minimal. What we focus more is on the layout of the screens, a rough idea of what all details will be coming in that screen, the arrangement, those kind of things is what we focused on paper sketch. We just try to create as many layouts as possible. Like this here I have listed out four different layouts. um, if you want, you can go through each of these layouts. You can pause and click into the different layouts. So just to quickly explain, one layout is where the panel will be on the right side, one is where the panel will be on the left side, one is where the panel appears as a model, and one is where the panel, the layer editor panel appears inline. It's floating. It is not fixed anywhere. So each of them has its own pros and cons. So first we sketch out different layouts that comes to our mind. Then what we can do is we can look into uh, competitors or apps with a similar use case. Like it doesn't need to solve the problem we are trying to solve or be a competitor of ours. It just has to have a layout that is similar to what we are trying to solve. So here initially I just sketched few layouts, then I referred competitors. So these are the different competitors. Uh, And some of them are not competitors, they are just layouts, workflow builder layouts, which I wanted to refer to. So I just looked into their layouts, try to understand what all details are coming in there. Based on those understandings, I just created few more layouts. And yeah, so you can refer as many as competitors you want. Keep on exploring products. Once you feel like you have reached a point where the theme or the layout that you are exploring is kind of repeating, then you can pause or stop with the inspirations that you are taking. Then once you have tried out, so in the process of creating the sketches, you should be listing out the different pros and cons for that layout. So this layout, the one of the pro is it's a familiar UX pattern. We have seen this kind of layout in many products. One con is, um, yeah, if it's the input details that are coming in this form is complex, then there's will be limited space. So that can be one issue. So it depends. If our form has complex details, then it doesn't much help in our use case. Now, if the users of the product are looking for a familiar UX pattern, or it will be very helpful if the product has a familiar UX pattern, then this is a very good layout for us. Then if the users who are gonna use this product um, prefers to see the workflow side by side come with the editor, then this is a good layout. Or if they don't want to see, they just want to edit, they don't want to see the workflow when they are editing, then this is a good layout. This is a model layout. So everything in the workflow will be hidden. You will be just seeing the edit panel. So it depends. You just have to think about the users, the problem you are trying to solve, the product, and you will be able to, and the pattern, the layout, and everything, and you will be able to list down the different pros and cons. Additionally, once you have listed down everything, all these things, you can use ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT to check if there are any missing layouts that you missed out, as well as you can mention the different layouts you have come up with. Just ask GPT for the different pros and cons, so that you can make sure you are not missing out on any other details. So you just first have to try doing everything manually, and the last step should be asking ChatGPT. Now, so last thing is choose one or two layouts that best matches our use case, considering all the pros and cons. So once we have listed down the map, we have all the layouts ready, and we have listed down the different pros and cons. We just go through each and consider what best matches our use case. So from all the four layouts, I chose this because this best matches my use case. Now, you sometimes there might be chances, situations where two layouts seems like both work. So in that case, you can just take those two as well, and later in the process, sometime later, we might finalize on to. It's fine, but you just have to come up with choose at least one layout. Uh, if you feel like multiple layouts works very well, then you can choose them as well. So here, this is what I choose. Mm, So here you see the layout might have will be having pros, but also it will be having cons. But we are just trying to choose the best out of all this. Every layout will be having its own pros and cons, but the aim is to choose what works best for us, what we can trade off. These are things we have to trade off to get these things. So you based on considering the requirements of the user, from the research, the product requirements, everything, you will be finally able to shortlist or choose a layout. So the next task is you have to create the paper sketches as shown. Start with this step, and finally you have to choose one or two screens. So that's it. Thank you.